So this is the 110 Shotblaster instructional video. When you receive the Shotblaster, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to open up your container here. You're going to dump your shot into the container. And it's important to just dump that in until it gets to basically the screen. Like that. Make sure you have plenty of shot on hand. You will lose some of the shot as you're shot blasting the floor. You will need to purchase a couple of extra items here. A hand magnet, that's going to help you clean up what's inside the shot blaster when you're done with the job. It's also going to be handy for getting those hard to reach areas. The other thing will be a floor magnet. And as you make passes with the shot blaster, there's going to be shot that's not going to be picked up by the vacuum. This is where this little guy here running back and forth will pick up that extra shot, and you'll be able to leave it in a pile to put it back into the machine, and we'll show you how that works here in a minute. So now that the machine is full of shot, you're going to make sure you shut and tighten the reservoir. You're going to attach your vacuum hose. You're also going to plug in your machine. The things to check before you start this machine is the 110 is basically a 7-inch hand grinder mounted to this frame. You've got to make sure that its trigger is locked in place so that it's actually going to throw the shot. Make sure it's plugged in. Make sure everything's free and ready to go. So when it comes time to do the actual shot blasting, this machine here, as I said, is a 7-inch hand grinder, and it throws the shot at the floor at the same rotation that the hand grinder is spinning at. So what that's going to do with the 110 machine is basically the most aggressive portion is going to be to the right side of the shot blaster. So when you make this pass, you've got to make sure that when you pull this trigger, it's going to aggressively throw the shot at the floor, and you might, if you don't move quickly, you could put a hole in the floor, a pretty deep hole. So as soon as you pull the trigger, start walking backwards, slowly, and make a pass with the shot blaster. And you'll be able to tell very quickly how well and how fast or how slow you need to walk based on what the profile looks like in the floor. Okay, once you get your full length done, you can either move over to the right or left a few inches, but you're going to want to either double pass that area, and as you can see I'm pulling the trigger, the machine's not on, I'm leaving shot here, but either going to double pass that area by walking forward, or you can turn the machine around if you prefer to walk backwards and overlap that last pass. The idea is, and if we get a close-up here, what we're trying to do is we're trying to go and remove the cream from the concrete and expose the salt and pepper. So the entire floor should look like that when you're done. So as you can see here, after you make a few passes, you will have some shot left over. That's where this guy comes in handy. This magnet will simply just pick this up, and you'll leave it in a pile right by the shot blaster. We need to add more shot from this, which will take a few passes depending on how big the slab is that you're trying to prep. You should always be, conscious about how much shot that's in the machine, because that's what's actually prepping the floor. So you grab your hand magnet, put it back into the machine, and continue working. Now when this is done, when you're done with the floor and the shot blaster, if you want to close up here, there's a screen inside here. First thing you'll do is you take that screen out. Get your hand magnet back. Start picking the shot out. It's important to clean this out. During transportation, all this stuff will fall out. It'll create a big mess for you. So after you're done, make sure you clean this all out with your hand magnet. Okay, now that that's done, it's also important to note that the bottom also going to have excess shot that you'll want to clean up as well. And that's Shotblasting 101.